Well, if I'm understanding where a tunnel entrance is, this is the southernmost tunnel entrance. The Sheraton Hotel is right here, and there's a parking garage right here. We are going to go in this parking garage and see if we can find the entrance, because I think that's where the southern entrance may be. All right, I think I found the entrance to the tunnels at the far south side, behind the Sheraton, inside the parking garage. Let's go take a look and see if we found it. Well, this looks a little sketchy, but let's go for a journey. Now, surprisingly, this wasn't super easy to find, but I'm at the entrance point right here on the map, the very first entrance. And I went into the parking garage behind the Sheraton. And I went down one level, and then I followed the signs that said go to the Sheraton elevators and walked down this weird hallway that I wasn't sure I was supposed to be in, to be honest. And I found the entrance, and here it is. So let's wander the underground. Now clearly this is not all handicap accessible. Now you can get in the entrance where I just was handicapped, but there's clearly stairs here, and here's another map of the underground. Now, I found a little information about this. What I found is the original tunnel was dug in the early 1930s because William Balzer Skirkin wanted to have an underground passage from his Skirkfin Hotel on one side of Broadway to his new hotel, the Skirkfin Towers, on the other side of Broadway. The rest of the tunnel was a result of urban renewal of the late 1960s and early 1970s, as designed by IMP, with major construction between 1972 and 1974. The tunnels were a vibrant part of the OKC landscape, including several shops and restaurants, but lost much of their popularity with the end of the last oil boom. Originally named the Concourse in honor of Oklahoma City banker John Conn, it was renamed the Underground after an extensive facelift conducted by architect Rand Elliott. With the 2006 facelift, Rand Elliott has turned what had become a somewhat dated appearance of the old tunnels into a walk-in work of art. So let's continue along and see what we find. Oh, so we find a coffee shop. And another entrance with an escalator. That was the Be Healthy Cafe. Looked like there used to be shops down here. Now, not so much so. Hello. All right, I guess we're supposed to go down this hall. Let's find out. So that says Bank First employees only. And I hear really loud music through that door. So we are apparently in the Bank First Tower. And the underground, it says, is this way.
That is so rude.
There's all this art on the walls. Okay, the sign says keep going this way. There's a barber shop down here. And a hot tamale grill. Hello. Alright, looks like we have another staircase entrance here. Yep, that's out to the street right there. This would be under those like glass diamonds that you would see up on the street level. There's a couple of them in one spot. That's where we are. All right, let's continue down this hallway.
If you have any interest in immigration, I said that turning down the hall from us is all over.
So we have some history here on the walls. This looks a little closed down this way. I believe we are right here, and if we continue that way, we'll end up in the First National Center. So we're going to go down this orange hallway.
Allison, eyes up.
Okay. Like things are going horrible. I'll be like, are you okay? No, you're not running down this hill.
So it looks like there used to be a store here, but it is now locked with a padlock, no less. And if we look through the glass, it looks like it might have been a restaurant of some sort down here. Let's continue on. We found the Skirvin Hotel. So this was the original reason for these underground tunnels. Here's the hallway that leads to the Skirvin Hotel. And this section has brick and carpet on their flooring. So yeah, we are in the basement of the hotel. have the oil exploration, hallway, and this. So we are here. So we'll continue down yellow. But before we go down yellow, let's take a look at this tail that sticks out, because there seems to be some interesting things over here. So we've got elevators, a door marked Verizon, and BC Clark Jewelers. And that's all we have down here. All right, we're gonna go down that yellow hallway and keep following the path. All right, this is a weird, kind of creepy feel. This blue is very dark in here. It's also interesting that in here the floor is carpeted in a large majority of this. Looks like there used to be something here that's no longer here. So this artwork that we're about to see is by Jason Pauley and Sean Valley, and it's called We Make Our Own Mountains, and it's done in 2016. So we found a parking garage. I see Arborist Bank over there. Well, let's go down the Green Hall to Leadership Tower.
You would also think there's no way anyone's involved with this, you know,
Okay, so it looks like one tail here takes us into the tower, one into Leadership Square, and then we can continue along. So this is the Leadership Square tail. So we are currently in Leadership Square now.
I'm curious what you know about that. I'm curious how they do. I have a curiosity. I don't know about that. Well, she always is the one that donated that.
The shoe shine station says back next week. And another empty storefront. So, Leadership Square apparently has a City Bikes cafe. Another cafe. And some sitting areas. Oh, there's another cafe. Alright, so that was Leadership Square. Looks like there might have been a storefront here. This was definitely a restaurant at one point. Bunch of coolers stacked in the window. Ooh, eerie red. We have a split. Oops, sorry. Okay, we have a split here. So we got a little tail that goes off to the county office building, and then we've got a longer tail. Looks like red and blue. So we will take this red short one first, and we'll come back and do blue. So there's the Cox Convention Center, which then became Prairie Surf Studios, and now is in the process of being torn down to make the new arena for the NBA team, the Thunder. That's the current arena, now called the Paycom Center, where the NBA Thunder plays, and this is directly across the street from what was the Cox Convention Center. Another elevator and parking garage area.
That's what we needed.
Okay, blue is what we missed. Let's go do it. Looks like another staircase out. Now the sign said this way was the federal courthouse, and this is the end of the tunnel. Okay, so that's card access only, which makes sense if that's the courthouse. And then they've got stairs on this side. So the federal courthouse would be right near the Oklahoma City bombing memorial as well. Okay, so it looks like this is a parking garage. So we found the underground tunnels really do exist, and there's a lot of underground tunnel. Now, some of the storefronts that were here closed during the COVID era. I was told by a gentleman that there used to be shops and restaurants down here, more so than what there are now. Still, we saw a lot of people down here. They walk underground to get their steps in for exercise, as well as just to get between buildings. And for the restaurants and lunch type places that still do exist, they go down in the tunnels to go get lunch. So it was a fun little adventure to go through the tunnels today. And well, not every entrance is clearly labeled. When I would go down those little hallways out a door to see what was there, I'd find that coming back in, it was an obscure doorway that we were going through to go into the tunnel system. So not every entrance is obvious, but the entrances are there, and yes, you are allowed to be down in the tunnels. I hope you enjoyed this adventure with me. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I look forward to seeing you on our next adventure.